Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I am bringing you some easy, low budget meals. Some of them are vegan, some of them have meat, and this video is brought to you by some of the messages that I get. A lot of messages are positive and amazing and supportive, and then of course there is that 2 or 1% that can be negative. And honestly, I have never been the best at interpreting people's tones over social media. But today I want to show you some amazing examples of how being on a vegan diet does not have to be restrictive. It can be super filling and really delicious food. So starting out, we are going to make some sausage gravy and biscuits, and I'm going to serve it with some home fries. I like my home fries in the cast iron skillet, so there's some gold potato, bell pepper, and onion. I'm going to fry them up and then put a splash of oil in there and some seasonings. And then I'm actually going to put it in the oven at 350 for around 20 minutes while we cook the rest of our food here. So for the sausage gravy, you could absolutely use sausage if you want, but I'm going to use these vegan burgers from Whole Foods. Every store has a vegan burger at this point, so whatever you would want to do. And I'm going to put some onion with mine. In the meantime, I'm going to get these biscuits going. So I am not a fan of opening these biscuits. You all know that, but this just makes around 8 biscuits, and you could half them, honestly, if you wanted. But they go in at 375 for around 15 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to make my sausage gravy. So I have my burgers, my onions, I have some vegan butter in there, salt, pepper, I put dill in there as well as some dried parsley, and then a teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon Veggie. I put that in all my gravies. I think it adds a really nice savory flavor, and it adds a saltiness, so I don't add extra salt to this. I do add a lot of black pepper. And then once it gets to the consistency that I want it, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm going to stir that around, and then I'm going to add my liquid. This will give it that thickness, that classic sausage gravy that you all have had. But I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of veggie stock, and then I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of almond milk. And I am only making this for the 4 of us, so definitely make this to however many people you are serving. This will eventually thicken up. I'm going to put a lid on it, let it be low and slow for about 15 minutes, and then it's good to go. I'm going to serve mine with some eggs. Not for myself, but for my family. This is a great way to give some extra protein for those meat eaters if you are cooking for both. And I'm going to just put that with salt and pepper. I'm going to crack the yolks here and flip them over. And then I like to put cheese on the eggs for my son and my husband. And my daughter really likes eggs too. So this is the Colby style. This is my son's plate. We had a fun breakfast for dinner, and this is my plate. I could eat probably all of the portions of the sausage gravy. It is so good. It is my dad's recipe, and I'm so happy I'm sharing it with you. Night number 2, we had some pizza for me and open-faced sandwiches for everybody else. So this is a night where I kind of cooked completely separate, but made it an oven meal so I can just put everything in together. I'm going to put these pizzas in with some half cream cheese and half barbecue sauce, some onions, and shredded Brussels sprouts. I'll show you how I put that together. And then for my husband, he likes these jalapeno cheddar buns with some cheese and some cream cheese, a little bit of Frank's hot sauce, and then I have some chicken on the cast iron going for him. He really loves chicken on the cast iron because it's seasoned, I don't know, perfectly in my opinion. And then I have some vegan chicken tenders to put on my pizza as well. So what I'm going to do is take these whole wheat pizza crusts. I'm going to spread half of the mixture on the bottom of the pizza crust and then the other half on the top. I'm going to put some onions, Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to put those tenders on there and then sandwich the 2 crusts together, so it kind of makes like a quesadilla, but we are making it out of pizza crust. It's cold. And then for my husband's, I'm just putting cream cheese on 1/2 of these buns. And then I am going to put on some chicken as well as some hot sauce and white onion, and then cheese on each side. Everything is going to cook at 400 for around 20 minutes, and we are good to go. I'm going to serve it with some corn on the cob. I was just craving it, and I could eat so many corn on the cobs. I don't know about you all, but I am just excited for summer and grilling season. This is probably my favorite go-to meal. It is tofu sweet red chili fried rice. It is so good. Honestly, if you try any of these recipes, this is the one to try. So I have pressed firm tofu with some sweet red chili sauce. I have some brown rice over here. It is frozen, but you could use quinoa, noodles, white rice, honestly anything you want. I do have some pineapple. I know a lot of people don't like pineapple. You could use coconut instead, or maybe some mango, but pineapple is really good in this. And then your favorite frozen veggies. I like the coastal blend, and I always like to add avocado to these meals because it adds a coolness to this rice dish, and it is super tasty. So I have some olive oil in here, and I'm just going to fry my tofu on each side. I store mine in the fridge with a paper towel, and it gets out all the water and makes it crispy and firm, and that's how I love my tofu. I'm going to have some salt, pepper, and a little bit of ginger powder on there, and then I am going to fry the other side, put some green onions in there, and toss it in the sweet red chili, and then I'm going to put that to the side and use the same pan for the fried rice. Put in your brown rice for whoever you are serving, and then your vegetables as well as your pineapple, mango, or coconut, whatever you're going to use there. And then I put about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I really love soy sauce, but my husband doesn't like as much as I do. I love that salty flavor. And I'm going to stir mine around here, add some salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And then for my fried rice, I like to press mine into the pan, turn the heat up to a little over medium, and then leave it there for about 5 minutes. And then I'll take a spatula and kind of scoop it up, and that is how my fried rice becomes fried. Tonight I am making some dairy-free mac and cheese, and I'm going to show you how I made it. Fun fact, this is the first recipe that I tried when I went vegan because I really loved mac and cheese, but it just didn't make me feel my best. I'm definitely lactose intolerant, so that's probably what had to do with that, but this is what you're going to need. It is a potato, carrot, and pepper base, and before you call me crazy or turn up your nose, I promise you that I've tried this recipe dozens of times, different types of vegan mac and cheese, and this is the closest I've come to it. You could, if you wanted to, substitute this bell pepper for an onion, but I don't have any. I only have the bell pepper, and honestly the carrot and the bell pepper is just there for color to make that orange cheesy sauce. And then you're gonna need whatever pasta you want. Just for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna use typical macaroni noodles. And then I'm gonna boil everything in about a cup of veggie stock. And then I'm gonna use some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of nutmeg. And then over here is the star of the show, I talk about Kite Hill cream cheese so often, but you're just gonna need a tablespoon of that to make everything creamy. You'll mix that together once you get your sauce consistency. And then you could optionally top it with these plant-based shreds. This is actually expired, so I can't use it, and I'm pretty bummed about it, but this is the best one in my opinion. It's coconut based, but when you sprinkle it on top of something and put foil in it in the oven, it really tastes like the real thing. So I encourage you to try the So Delicious brand if you have not already. I don't have any almond milk. I don't have any butter, so I'm just gonna make it like this, and it is going to be delicious. So after this all boils and is softened, you're going to blend it together. Cook your pasta like you would normally do. I'm gonna add some bacon bits into mine as well as some green onions. A lot of bacon bits are actually vegan on accident, but you might want to check that before you use your brand, but I'm just using the typical bacon bits. Now that the veggies are fork tender, they are in my NutriBullet here, and I'm going to add that Kite Hill cream cheese. You can add whatever you want to this. Honestly, this doesn't have to be dairy-free. You could make it like half dairy-free and add regular cream cheese and cheese to this, just not as much. But this sauce is really good. And for me, what I did was take it out of my mind that this is a mac and cheese substitute. I just treated it like a pasta with a roasted red pepper sauce, and that really helped me get through my missing of the mac and cheese. Of course, I would love to have dairy items. I really liked the taste of cheese pizza and grilled cheese. Honestly, cheese was the hardest thing to give up, but little things like this have always helped me. I just went and dumped some pasta water in there to thin it out. You might have to do that, but go ahead and put your noodles in there, then your cheese sauce, air quote that cheese sauce, and you're gonna serve this however you want. I have some buffalo sauce in there and some green onions, and this is a crowd pleaser. Honestly, everyone likes it. You can put some buffalo chicken on there if you have some meat eaters. This is really delicious. It's quick, it's budget friendly, and it is so, so good. Alrighty, my friends, that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed these easy, budget-friendly meal ideas. I hope you saw a glimpse into my vegan diet here and saw that I don't only eat salads and I eat filling meals, and it is not hard to incorporate everybody in the household. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.